What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another Albion Online video. In this video, I just want to share with you guys my journey of getting tier 8 mining. I hit tier 8 mining yesterday. It took me about 3.5 months to do this, from tier 4 to tier 8. I wasn't necessarily doing this like 8 hours a day, every single day, but I did have to dedicate some time into trying to power level my mining. So here we go. I hit tier 8 so I can wear all of my tier 8 gathering gear as well as my tier 8 pickaxe. Again, I got this yesterday, and in this video I just want to mainly just show you some of my stats and go over some of the things I did to try to reach tier 8, which I did. This video is going to be mainly for ore and ore mining, but you could take some stuff away if you're something like a lumberjack or a hide gatherer, but this is going to be mainly for ore miners. And just showing you my journey. I think I'm going to be doing, either hide or lumberjack next to try to get that into tier 8. But I did reach tier 8 mining. So I'm going to open my Destiny board. I want to go over some of these stats that I'm currently holding for mining. As you can see, I'm all the way to Elder or Miner. And I want to go over exactly each tier, what I'm currently in, how much gathering yield I get for mining that specific tier. So let's start with tier 4 mining. As you can see, tier 4 mining, I'm only level 17. So this goes to show I wasn't really mining lower end ores. So I wasn't mining any of the tier 4 ores. But I do have at least a level 17. That means I have an 8.5% gathering yield with an 8.5 gathering speed modifier, as well as a 3.4 bonus to all item power for all ore miner gear, as well as some item power for tier 4 gathering gear. But for my yield, if I want to go ahead and mine tier 4, I have an 8.5 gathering yield for mining tier 4. Let's move on to tier 5. This is actually my highest currently, which is level 25 out of 100. Again, it's very hard to max these specific nodes. I am tier 8, but I am not maxed on every single tier of ore. So for my tier 5, I'm only level 25 out of 100. And I have a 13% gathering yield. So that's if I want to mine any titanium ore or tier 5 ore, I have that gathering yield. I also have a 13 gathering speed modifier. And I have a 5 bonus to all item power for all mining gear. This is what I'm mainly focused on. I focused on in the late game, basically. When I started reaching that tier 7 and tier 8, and I was trying to unlock it, I focused more on tier 5 and tier 6 mining because it's also very profitable. Once you start hitting tier 5, you can start selling some of your steel bars for I think 1,500, even though tier 4 bar is selling for like 200. So if you just make that transaction from tier 4 to tier 5, you're gonna be making so much more money. So for tier 5, I'm only level 25 with a 13% gathering yield. If we move down to tier 6, as you can see, I'm also about 23. I'm level 23 out of 100, and I have a 12% gathering yield with a 12 gathering speed modifier. And that is my stats for tier 6. Again, I focused on tier 6 and tier 5 mining. Those are the ores that I mined the most. And then we hit tier 7. I didn't mine much tier 7, but it's actually very hard to get your tier 7 up. This is when it's going to get extremely hard to level these specific nodes to 100, which I might do. It's going to take me a very long time. I might be here for like 6 or 7 months trying to like actually get these nodes, these specific tiers of mining to 100. I am tier 8, so I can mine every ore in the game, but I am not proficient in mining every ore in the game. Currently, my most proficient ore is tier 5, as I'm level 25 out of 100. So for my tier 7, I am only level 3, so I only get a 1.5% gathering yield and a 1.5 gathering speed modifier. This is very hard. Tier 7 ores spawn very rarely, and if they do, they don't give you that much XP. You do, I think per node, you get 23 ores per node, which is kind of different. For example, if I want to mine a tier 5 node, I only get 5 of that specific ore. But if I want to mine a tier 7 node, I get 23. I think it's between 23 and 27, somewhere between that, but I think it's 23. But you do get a lot more ores for getting one node, but those nodes are very rare to come around. So I'm only level 3. Tier 8 nodes basically spawn once or twice a day. I don't think there's a set time. I don't think Albion Online has given us an actual respawn time, but they spawn very rarely. And once you spawn, I think there are, if I'm correct, I can't remember, around 50 to 100 of the ore per node, but they spawn like once or twice a day, and it's pretty much contested by everybody. So if you do get some tier 8, you're very, very lucky. So I just hit tier 8. I have mined some tier 8 ore with when I was tier 7. I wanted to see how hard was it to mine tier 8, and it was kind of hard. You kind of stay there for a long time mining some of the tier 8s when you're tier 7, but it's very hard to level. This is going to be probably the hardest thing to level to 100, but I only have a 0.5 gathering yield for ore. Some quick tips that I want to share with you. The first thing is, do not mine the ore that is higher than your pickaxe. So if you have a tier 5 pickaxe, don't mine tier 6 because it's going to take too long for you to do that, and it's going to be easier. You're going to get more fame if you just mine that tier of ore that's the same as your tier of the pickaxe. So if you have a tier 5 pickaxe, stick to mining tier 5 ore and tier 4 and tier 3. Once you get tier 6, when you can use your tier 6 pickaxe, start mining tier 4, tier 5, tier 6. Once you get tier 7, start mining tier 5, tier 6, tier 7. And once you're tier 8, you can pretty much mine anything you want in the game. Another thing that is very important, and this is what I basically use to power level this, I killed all of the little golem things. So if I think I can find one over here. These things right here called the mature ore elemental right here. I killed these things. The reason being is I'm actually going to show you. I have a tier 5 node here, and I want you to watch the speed of me trying to get this tier 5 node. And as you can see, it's pretty fast. It's faster than you're probably going to be able to do when you hit tier 5. But I want you to see the speed once I hit the elemental, once I killed it. Look how much faster it is for me to get these 5 entire ores. So I got 29 out of these 2 nodes here. But mainly what you want to do is you want to kill these things. I'm actually going to kill this one right here. And you're going to be able to power level your mining very fast, because anytime you kill these things, it's faster to mine them after they die than any just random node that spawns out in the world. So it's easier, and it's probably going to be a little much faster. I missed there. And as you can see, it's going to be pretty much instantly for me to mine anytime I kill one of these elementals. And if I just show you guys one more time, I try mining just a regular one, it's going to be much, much slower. So try to get and kill all of the elementals, the mature ore elemental. It's going to be very fast. You're going to get the exact same amount of fame and the exact same amount of ores per elemental that you kill. So kill them, and it's much faster to level up your mining that way. Also, it's you get some fame. So if you are wearing a weapon that you're trying to level up, you also get fame from the weapon. So you get to keep the weapon and, level up the weapon that you're trying to kill, which I have the blood letter currently. So I'm getting fame by killing the elementals in blood letter. So for starting off, I did go into the Blind Brer, so Fort Sterling. If you're currently in the Fort Sterling, you're pretty good to do ore mining. But as I start off, when I started tier 4, I did not go into any tier 3 zones. I went straight to a tier 4 zone, and I mined any tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, all the way until I got tier 5. And once I got tier 5, I actually skipped the yellow zone. So I skipped this yellow zone right here, and I went directly to Cairn, this red zone here, to get some tier 5, tier 4, and tier 3. And this zone right here called Cairn Glasscore actually has a 33% chance that something might be enchanted, and you can see the stats here for all the enchanted stuff. So that's another quick thing I need to talk about. Enchantment. Anytime you see an enchantment or get it, you get more fame by it, and you can probably sell it off for a higher profit. But anytime you see something glowing, for example, I did get some tier 1 titanium ore. Get it because you get more fame from it, and it's easier to level up when you are mining any enchantant. So I went straight to Cairn Glasscore. I skipped the yellow zone, even though this yellow zone I think has 19%. I went straight to a red zone, and then I continue here. I power leveled all the way to tier 6. And in tier 6, I went into a tier 6 zone. And this is going to be mainly the zone Malag. where you're going to be trying to level up power level as you are trying to get to tier 7. So in this zone, it has something called the, if we click here, it's the ore vein, and when that happens is this area has an unusual concentration of titanium ore, ruinite ore, and other ores. Basically, this small area right here inside the map, there's a high concentration of ores. They respawn there, and there's a bunch of ores that you can get here. So there's a lot of people coming here to power level their stuff. So if you want to come here after you hit tier 5, you can actually start mining some of the tier 6 ores, and these ores give you about, as you can see with premium, gives me about 135 fame. It actually depends. Some of them vary. I get 135. I think I get between 90 to 135 fame per node here with the gathering gear and with the tier 8 stuff currently. So it does take a while. As you can see, it took me to get the Elder Ore. I can actually check if I click this. It took me 1,166,000 fame, and just mining one tier 6 only gave me 100 and something. So it's going to be very hard to power level, but once you hit tier 6, you can start going into the tier 6 zones, such as Craigmore and Malag. Malag has that higher concentration of ores. Once you hit tier 6, you can actually start heading to the black zones, and I had a video yesterday going on about black zone gathering, so if you want to check out my channel for that video. So I don't know where you're located, but I was located in Fort Sterling. So what I did is I teleported to this area, Kumbitor, and then I moved into the ore area, and I went into Bane Aiden. And this is where it's a high concentration, but it's a high concentration. So you get a higher concentration of meteorites and adenum. I can't say it, but it's basically a higher concentration of tier 7 and tier 8 and tier 6. So I went in here and I got all the way to tier 8, and those are the zones that I did. I came back and I sold all of my resources, and some of them I kept for leveling up my crafting. But that's pretty much all you need to know. Make sure you kill these things. A lot of people don't kill them because they're kind of annoying. You do have to go into the process of killing these things. But if you do kill them, you're going to get a little bit more resources, as well as these resources are easier to obtain and are very fast to obtain than any other node that you're going to find out in the world. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you learned something. If you're something else like a hide gatherer or something like that, there are other stuff that you can do, but this is mainly for ore. Power leveling is kind of difficult in this game. Getting to tier 8 is going to take you quite some time. There's one quick thing I have to say. I did kill one elemental, and I haven't talked much about elementals in my channel, but basically if you've ever come around a big elemental, it's one of the huge monsters where they spawn, and what you have to do is you have to get a group of people to kill it. Once they die, what you can do is you can actually mine it, or specific resource elementals. So they're not like these small elementals, they're like these huge elementals, especially for the rock one. It's a huge rock one. You can probably find it around in Malag. He spawns around the high concentration mark, and what you can do is you can kill it, and he drops like a couple thousand resources, and there's usually like 5 or 6 people who are mining that huge elemental, and I was one of them. I did it once, and that actually got me like 100 and 200,000 fame. So that did give me a lot of fame towards leveling up. So if you are in a guild, go ahead and try searching for the big elementals and getting your group to help you power level. If you're not in a guild, there is actually a way to kill them by yourself, but it's gonna be very hard. I'll leave a link in the description to a video I saw by, I think, Lupek, where he explains how to kill it. And yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. Comment below for any suggestions for upcoming Albion Online videos. And yeah, hope you guys are, leveling up your ores, whatever you're doing. Good luck trying to power level your gathering. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys later on my next video. Peace.